Achaleke Christian Leke. I'm a Chevening scholar for the year 2016. I studied at the University of Birmingham, where I did a master's degree at the Department of International Development with specialization on conflict, security, and development. My time as a Chevening scholar was really amazing, and I had the unique opportunity to be awarded among 35 change makers for the Chevening Scholarship. Well, I think that youth empowerment is very critical in our world today. Firstly, because of the fact that young people make up a majority of the world's population, especially in our continent, Africa. In my country, Cameroon, where I come from, young people make up over 75% of the population, making them a critical part in decision making, in policy development, in lifestyle, in the economy, and every other thing. But one of the greatest challenges that we realize that is existing and which is causing more problem is the fact that young people are excluded, be it in politics, in decision making, and are not given the safe space to effectively become who they have to become. But now we've seen an increasing change in perception around young people, where young people who used to be seen as troublemakers today are being seen as people who can build peace. And international documents like the UN Security Council Resolution on Peace and Security is a clear example of this kind of conversation which is changing around young people. But it is very critical that each and every one of us, including young people ourselves, needs to play a key role to ensuring that young people have a safe space to be able to involve in political, social life, and economic life in their countries, in their communities. My life as a person has been full of believing that young people have a place in their community. And because of this, for the past 14 years, I have worked, served as a volunteer, and becoming a champion for young people, where I've been able to lend my voice on behalf of young people, where I've had the opportunity to design programs that goes a long way to make young people to be the forefront of development in their countries, in my country, and across the world. I did this with just very few secrets, which I'd like to share today. The first thing is believing in myself. No matter the challenges, no matter the exclusion which we face every day, we need to believe in ourselves and trust that we can make change. Another key, very important thing is having a team. I had the opportunity to be given a place to lead a youth organization, local youth corner. In my time growing as a volunteer to the national coordinator today, I was able to build a team, and today I'm proud to say that this organization has been able to provide job opportunity for over 18 young people in the country. Working with this amazing team of young people, we have achieved a lot. From this, I also learned about collaboration, because we cannot do it on our own. Partnering with other young people, engaging, sharing ideas has really been a key to the success. Now, to tell you how this success has been, I'll be sharing with you some of our projects that we've been able to do nationally, which is contributing to youth empowerment, which I feel that can inspire you. I would like to start with our work around prison facilities in Cameroon. It is very important we note that we have very challenging prison conditions, a broken justice system. But I felt my role was not to criticize or to condemn, but to look at how I could be able to solve this problem. Most especially that the rate of recidivism was so high in our prison system, and there was a need for us to correct it. So with my team, we decided to create an initiative called Creative Skills for Peace, which focused on providing an alternative to violence to young people through entrepreneurship development, vocational skills building, building their self-esteem, teaching them what peace is to make them what we call prisonpreneur. Today, as we speak, we've been able to work in over 8 prisons in the country, reaching out to over 5,000 inmates who are young people in these prisons. And the success story that we've had is so amazing. I would just like to share the story of Michael.
My name is Michelle. I was in Bamenda Central Prison when I learned some hard work and become a prisonpreneur with the support of local youth corner. While in prison, I did not even know about work and how to be on my own. But when local corner come in, they try to make me understand that to be rich is not that you have to have much. But what makes you rich are to make people happy and to be yourself and to be your real self. And I feel that my real self is me. That right now I'm out of prison and I have my workshop and I'm trying to manage the workshop. Even last 2 weeks back, I was in Bamenda Central Prison, try to encourage them, tell them my story, try to even train them how to even learn how to make like face masks, try to like fight against the COVID-19. So because I just think of myself, if it happens that pandemic enter into prison, this place I was before, like me, thousands of people would die. Now I have my own workshop here, and I also have people that are working with me, and I have people that I'm training free of charge. And I think like these are some of my products that I produce, the back and the shoe. And I think youth empowerment is very important.
A young person whom would feel can never stop violence because of the crime that he committed. But training, self-esteem, giving him an opportunity really changed. I would also like to share the experience of our work in the Fano region of Cameroon. The Fano region of Cameroon, as you see, has been plagued for decades with different socio-economic challenges. Most recently, the Boko Haram insurgency gave a different twist, where we see the terrorist group causing havoc. And at the midst of this, children have suffered as victims. Many of them lost the opportunity to go to school, many of them lost their lives, and many of them became orphans. Looking at this same challenge, my team and I decided to design an initiative called the Salam Initiative, which focuses on providing free formal and non-formal education to children who have been victims of this war as a way to provide them an alternative to violence. Today, as we speak, we have 120 children in this educational program, many of whom had a change of idea. I remember the first weeks when we started working with them, and we asked them, what do they want to become? Many of them thought of becoming military, soldiers, because they really wanted to pay back, because they were full of revenge. But as we speak today, over 1 year down the line, these children want to become lawyers, want to become teachers, now have a different thought of how life is supposed to be because of the education and love that we show to them, because we believe that education can help to fight against terrorism. Education can help to build peace. Most recently with the COVID pandemic, another key action that we took, which came to empowering young people, was our response to the pandemic. It brought a lot of fear, panic, misconception, uncertainties. Young people still were seen as those who were not mostly affected, but there was a bigger challenge because they took things very lightly, but were the key channels of transmission, especially within their families. We then decided to launch the Operation One Person, One Hand Sanitizer campaign, where we focus on mobilizing young people from across the countries from different walks of life to locally produce preventive equipment for COVID, sensitize communities to counter misinformation, and of course, try to respond to mental health relationship issues which comes as a result of this pandemic. As we speak, we have been able to mobilize about 1,500 young people from different walks of life across the country. We transformed our office into a laboratory where we started producing homemade hand sanitizer, and today we've been able to produce 50,000 bottles of the sanitizer. We also went ahead to work with our inmates who are found in prison, who we call prisonpreneurs, and also internally displaced persons, to produce face masks which are reusable, which we give to communities for free. Today, as we speak, over 90,000 people are making use of our hand sanitizers, which we gave for free because we realized that people were making money out of the pandemic. Price increase and scarcity caused a bigger problem. We've also reached out to several communities across the country, especially the communities which are affected by conflict, to provide them these basic preventive materials for free and to give them hope and to provide them with credible information because of the rise of fake news and misinformation. We also recently launched the We Connect Call Center, which aims to respond to the mental health realities of the pandemic to provide free phone call and text messaging counseling services to people who have suffered from different forms of impact of this pandemic. My dear friends and champions and leaders from across the world, I'm here to let you know that as young people, it is our duty not to close our eyes and sleep, but to work hard to provide opportunities for our peers. All of this amazing work that we've been able to do was done with little or no financing, but we kept going because we believe that we have a credible voice. We understand our problems more, and we see the true realities of the challenges that we face. And of course, from my point of view, and from the experience I've had working across the Commonwealth and other parts of the world, that young people are more ambassadors of peace and change and not agents of violence.